Welcome back here, folks. Week 7, iSports Forum here in Brandon, Florida. And we have ourselves an exciting matchup coming up. Our game of the week here as the Yellow Jackets at 4-2 take on the 4-2 Red Army. And of course, for this Yellow Jacket squad, they're looking to try to get their first win over the Red Army this season, as the Red Army hold a series lead 2-0 over this Yellow Jacket team, still trying to figure out how to beat a Red Army team that is led by their man, Jim Thomas, who is arguably the heart and soul of this Red Army team. But at the same time, too, you can't, like always with this Red Army squad, it's not just about one player, and we do have to give credit to a couple of other players that do play hard on their team. Mark Walker and Jim Becker for one. And of course, leaning a little bit towards over Becker right now. Again, as always, continues to have a strong performance. Just the aggression factor has always been difficult for players to stop. Something you can never underestimate. However, of course, with Becker, the weakness point is still learning how to finish. And of course, statistically, he hasn't been too hot. Scoring, I believe, 3 goals, 3 assists. But of course, also the other way too, Mike Ricci with 5 goals scored so far this season. He's looking to add on to that against the Yellow Jacket team, looking to try to rebound, especially them coming off of their hot 7-1 victory over the Grey Wolves. At the same time too, Red Army, again, they're looking to avoid having a 2-game losing streak after their unfortunate loss to the Green Hornets 2 weeks ago. So they're going to be doing everything they can to play hard. And of course, Larry Liebler, another surprising factor for this Red Army, he has 6 goals to his name from midseason, and he's also looking to try to add on more if they can get at the best of Chewy, Phil McClung. There's so many names to call this guy, but then again, you look at Chewy, who has also been just absolutely beast at the keeper position, allowing 3.16 goals a game, tying Lonnie Herman as well, who is also in net for the Red Army. So both keepers have given up an average of 3.16 goals a game. And of course, both keepers have their weakness, but it just depends on who's going to be able to get the best of who today. But I guess with all teams, you can never underestimate this game, and especially the players, because this is where it all comes down here. Well, this concludes our pregame report, brought to you by the Power Play Grill, Best Wings in Tampa. It's where the players go for beer and fellowship after the game, so that's where you can check them out and talk to them about the fun of the Over 50 Hockey League on Sundays. Power Play Grill, Best Wings in Tampa, here at the iSports Forum, our official sponsor for the Over 50 Hockey and all the leagues here at the iSports Forum. When we return, we will have face-off to you. Here it is, the Red Army and the Yellow Jackets, here on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Don't go away. Just about ready to begin the face-off. Pete Dominici and Larry Liebler will take the face-off. And here we go. Games begin. Jeff Quicko back in his own end, working off of Sincata. Sincata stops the puck. This one will be on the move. This one's out over to Liebler. We'll put this one out to Buchholz. Working quickly, and Sincata is there to try to get this one moved up, but instead to be taken away by Walker. Back over to Pontello, keeps this one alive, finds Mike Jackson over the middle. Now Jackson looking to intend his pass for Dominici, instead it's Buchholz who takes it the other way. And getting a piece of the puck was Jackson working off the Falbo. And now go back around is Larry Liebler firing the shot. Buchholz looking to finish, and he misses an opportunity. How do you miss a big open opportunity like that? Chewy had his back turned to the play. And Buchholz, all he had to do was just flip the puck, give it some air, and that would have been a quick 1-0 lead for this Red Army team, who now has to change their lineup. And here comes Jim Thomas. Ricci on the move. This one out to Sharina, looking to get this one out to Tish. Deflected by Becker. Held on by Bell. Lepar with the puck will look to control this. Back over to Bell again. Looking for an open Thomas, but instead this one goes all the way out, and Chewy signals for the icing call. Face-off takes place deep in the Red Army zone. It will be Steve Byrne against Jim Thomas on the face-off. This one bouncing around. Wersinski trying to get to the puck first. Wersinski gets this one out to Steve Byrne. Nice pass. Only 2 defenders back, but Rapar keeps this one moving. At least got a piece of it to move some of the process forward, but now it's back over to Thomas. Will skate back in his own end. Gets a move around Steve Byrne. Makes another move around Bill Tisch. Look out. Finds Becker. Working around Sharina. Big opportunity here. Thomas regroups, losing a little bit of his balance, but still regains possession. Thomas flips it around the other way. Back over to Rapar. Ricci looking for that open shot. Tipped around by Becker. Instead taken away by Tisch. And he'll clear this one all the way back out to Greg Bell, getting back in his own zone, and the Yellow Jackets will change their line. This one out to Rapar. Intercepted by Pontello, look out. Only 2 defenders back, he's got lots of room to work with. We'll fire the shot, misses the net. Fire shot the other way, Sincata takes a piece of it and it's in! Larry Sincata delivers the first strike for the Yellow Jackets, and it's a 1-0 lead, just like that. Larry Sincata intentionally, originally, was looking to try to control the puck to get it off to Pontello, but instead, he just had the right bounce off, just a little out of his reach, and Lonnie Herman couldn't control it. No one was expecting that to happen, and just like that, Red Army are now down 1-0, and they're going to be looking to try to climb a hill. Puck out to Madalena. Back over to Pontello, slipping and falling, but will regain possession by Liebler. Pontello working off of Liebler. Here comes Mike Jackson the other way. Jackson with a lot of room, heading into the Red Army zone. Working around Walker. Mike Jackson looking to set up the other way. And this one's held up strong. Here comes Quickle back around the other way. This puck flipped high, and this one's going to get cleared out. Don Coffey slips and falls. Bad choice. Liebler trying to come up with the puck, but Chewy will get this back pass over to Pontello. Sincata gets this pass around now from Dominici. It's Jackson trying to skate for the puck. And gets this pass back over to Dominici. Finds Pontello into the Red Army zone. Passes back over to Dominici, keeping this player alive. Back over to Jackson. Shot taken. This one back over to Pontello again. Shoots off of Walker. And Walker is forced to get this one out. From Madalena looking for a pass over to Buckholz, but Liebler will skate for the puck. This one out to Coffey. Off the boards, finds an open Pete Dominici with Jackson. Dominici fires a shot, deflected off of Jim Becker. Rapar working off of Dominici. This one's going to come back around the other way. Stop by Wersinski. Back off to Sharina, fires a shot, shoots it right into Becker. And he'll continue to fire this shot, and referee will halt play as it heads into the Yellow Jacket bench. Thomas and Byrne on the face-off. Steve Byrne trying to keep this one alive, but it gets back over to Larry Rapar. Rapar gets it to an open Jim Thomas working around Sharina, and he gets stopped. Thomas looking for open options. Yellow Jackets just letting the play happen. Back over to Thomas again. Gets this one off the boards. Sharina trying to get this one away from Becker, but it comes back over to Thomas looking to set up to Ricci. Now back over to Rapar firing the shot. Wersinski working off of Ricci trying to get to that puck. Intercepted by Rapar looking to set up to Becker. Getting a piece of it with Steve Byrne. He's on the move. Byrne on the move. Looking around Jim Becker trying to knock Byrne off the puck. And this one now from Rapar back over to Wersinski. Off the boards again. Russ Smith trying to hold on to the puck. This one back over to Wersinski. And here come the Yellow Jackets the other way, working off with Steve Byrne. Back over to Smith. And here comes Ricci. Back to Thomas. This one slides back to Pontello. Looking to set up to Dominici. Kicked away from Thomas. Dominici keeping this one alive for the Yellow Jackets. Bouncing puck. About to skate for this one. And Dominici's passed all the way back over to Coffey, looking to set up, fires a shot, deflected off of Bell. And now it's Jim Thomas trying to get this one away the other direction, finds an open Buckholz. Working off of Don Coffey, and he lost control of it. Coffey trying to keep this one alive. Here comes an open Dominici. 3 defenders coming in. Dominici around Madalena looking for Sincata. Sincata back over to Pontello looking to fire the shot, deflected off of Walker. Now back over to Sincata looking for Jackson. Looking to fire the shot. This one knocked away again. Buckles will move this one up. Intercepted by Pontello. We'll have to keep this one on sides. And he does, and he's on the move. All Red Army players back. Pontello in the deep slot. Still looking to stay alive. Working around Buckholz. Pontello trying to get through Walker, and instead, nice strip loose of the puck by Walker. And Buckholz now looking to flip this one high, reaching out to Becker. Mike Jackson with the puck. We'll slide this one up over to an open Steve Byrne. He's got to move quickly. And he lost control of the puck, and here comes Liebler the only way, only one defender back in Wersinski. Will fire the shot, and it is Chewy who comes up with the save. Again, another bad defensive pass by the Yellow Jackets. Red Army almost an opportunity to capitalize with 5.5 minutes to go in the opening period, and they can't get the job done. However, face-off deep in the Yellow Jacket zone might give them another opportunity as Becker will wind up with a shot. This one coming back over to Quicko. Taken away by Wersinski. Looking for Jackson, instead out of his reach, intercepted by Walker. Back to Liebler. Looking to feed this one up to Ricci, just out of his reach. It's Wersinski with the puck. Makes a spin move around Ricci, looking for options. Finds an open Jackson, and he's over the middle. Jackson will take this one in the Red Army zone. He's got a chance. And his shot, his back shot, just not enough to get it into the net. Now it's a regroup by Larry Liebler and the Red Army. Yellow Jackets trying to change up their line. Liebler trying to take advantage, working up with Ricci. Ricci looking for the setup, fires a shot. Coffey knocks it away. Tip pass, now looking for Russ Smith just out of his reach, and this one's going to slide all the way back in the middle of the Red Army zone. Herman will let Bell have the puck. Finds an open Liebler. Getting a piece of it was Coffey, but Rapar gains his balance, and here comes Dominici again working off of Rapar. Firing the shot is Dominici. Herman knocks it away. Dominici's trying to take the shot back, and Coffey slips and falls. Bad pass. But then again, calling for the puck, Angelo Pontello was, and I don't think the communication was quite there. Angelo Pontello will take this one himself. Makes a nice move around Jim Thomas over the middle. Look out, still with his balance. And it's an offsides call. That drive was looking pretty sweet for the Yellow Jackets until one of them just happened to be over the blue line a little too early. And that will give the Red Army an opportunity to regroup, change their line. And here we go again. It'll be Pete Dominici and Jim Thomas on the faceoff. This one comes back over to Don Coffey. And he will flip this one into the Red Army end as he gets this one out to Greg Bell. Finds Ricci. Back over to Ricci again. Up to Greg Bell. Finds Becker. Spinning around. Becker still looking for options. Looking for Rapar, who will skate to the puck, and he's got an open opportunity, but no, Chewy snuffs him out. Ricci keeping the puck in the Yellow Jacket end. Here comes Pontello. Gets this one off the boards. Stopped by Bell. Keeps it alive for Rapar and company. Looks to set up the other way. Stopped by Tisch. Looking to try to move this one up, but it's intercepted by Thomas. Taken away by Pontello. Stopped by Bell. And we'll regroup. Looks for Jim Becker. Looking for an open Jim Thomas. And Thomas runs right into a brick wall in Pontello. And Wersinski will have to move the puck up. Now it's off to Steve Byrne. Steve Byrne misfires the shot. Nice little fake there. And now it's Rapar trying to move this one up the puck. Will strip loose by Sincata. And this one's going to fire back over towards Wersinski. Finds an open Steve Byrne over the middle. Looking for Sincata on the right side. Will fire the shot. Herman will get this one knocked away. Sincata looking for the setup. No one there. And it's now Falbo who will get this one cleared out. That'll give the Red Army an opportunity to make a few substitutions. This one back over to Chirina. Finds Wersinski. Looking over the middle, intercepted by Jim Thomas. Bad pass, look out. Buckholz using it as a screen on Chewy. And it doesn't work. A 3-on-1 opportunity there for the Red Army, and of course Chewy breaks down, makes the save. But again, another bad pass by the Yellow Jacket defense, and that could have almost cost them the lead. So Yellow Jackets will try to make a lineup change as Falbo tries to get this pass out towards Buchholz. And Buchholz is forced to dump it into the Yellow Jacket end. Here comes Liebler meeting the puck. Puck out to Jackson. Shooting off of Sharina, and Sharina will get this one cleared out. Herman will meet the puck up. Quicko, his pass tripped loose, and here comes Dominici looking to fire for the finish, and it's a save by Lonnie Herman, the man, the myth, the legend for the Red Army with 1:24 to go in the opening period. So Yellow Jackets will have another opportunity to try to perhaps extend the lead. Not a lot of time for them, but now Liebler's pass gets it to an open Mike Ricci, only Pontillo back, he'll meet him. This one comes back around the other way. Here comes Don Coffey with the puck. Back over to Walker, looking for Jim Becker. Looking to set up to Liebler. Pontillo will get this one knocked away. Working off of Liebler. Liebler in the deep slot. Red Army looking to try to tie that game before the end of the first period. Liebler still looking for options, is in trouble. Double covered by Yellow Jacket players. Liebler still alive with the puck. Back over to Walker. Fires a shot into the Yellow Jacket end. Here comes Becker looking for the setup. This one firing around, and here comes Dominici the other way. Finds an open Mike Jackson over the middle. Jackson will skate, looking to get around Quicko. Jackson looking to set back over to Dominici. Pass just a little too hard. And now Mark Walker will move this one up the other way. And here he goes, 25 seconds to go. It's 3-on-1. Looking to get this pass back around over to Ricci, just out of his reach again. We're going to set it up to Becker the other way. Now it's off to Jim Becker. Red Army trying to go for one final push. Sincata trying to get this one knocked away from Quicko. Back over to Thomas. Shot flipped high. Stopped by Coffey. And he will hold on to the puck. Gets this one off the boards. And with 1 second to go, they'll blow the whistle, but that's going to do it. First intermission, 1-0 Yellow Jacket lead here at the iSports Forum, looking to try to turn things around, perhaps get a win against the Red Army this season. And of course, with 24 more minutes of hockey being played, this one is most definitely not over. And you can tell that the Yellow Jackets are in it to play. But some of the surprising things we've seen from the Red Army right now, Jim Thomas has been shut down so far. He hasn't been that big factor as he normally has been, especially against a team like the Yellow Jackets. So you know that he's going to need to be stepping things up a little bit more. And of course, for the likes of the 3-on-0, 3-on-1 breakaway opportunities for this Red Army team, they got to continue to get those opportunities on the Yellow Jackets, knowing that the Yellow Jackets have a weak defensive unit. Or I shouldn't quite say weak, but their defensive unit is not as powerful as what the Red Army have seemed to be. So you have to look at the Red Army again. You know, 3-on-1 opportunities, a couple of them already. Should have been maybe 2 goals in the game, but couldn't get the job done. So we'll see what happens here. First intermission, 1-0 Yellow Jackets here on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. A little delay start on the second period. It's now Wersinski on the move. Off the boards, looking around to Becker. And this one's going to be taken away by Jim Thomas. Thomas on the move the other way. Yellow Jackets looking to try to stop him here. Deflected away by Steve Byrne. Now taken it back by Larry Parr. Big opportunity. Fires a shot. Kicked away by Chewy. Rebound shot by Madalena. Gets this one knocked away. And the Red Army quickly trying to start things off hot here in the second period. And of course, Yellow Jackets got everything done they need to get done. As this one comes back around over to Wersinski. Back over to Sharina. And this one's going to be another offsides call. Of course, Yellow Jackets getting a little too jumpy every time they want to start an offensive drive, but they just got to calm things down and know that they currently have the slight edge over this Red Army team that's still trying to figure out how to put points on the board. Poncello's pass back over to Coffey. We'll put this one in the Red Army end. Buck out to Greg Bell. Taken by Buchholz, deflected off of his stick. Poncello regains possession. Shoots it right into Falbo. That's a pretty bad pass. Coffee gets it out to Mike Jackson. Jackson's pass deflected by Falvo and intercepted. Now back over to Liebler, getting knocked off the puck by Pontello. Looking back around over to Buchholz. And now Mike Jackson gets the puck looking for an open Sincata. Just couldn't get the right handle up, and now it's Liebler. Intercepted by Dominici, strips it loose. 3-on-1 opportunity here. Dominici fires a shot, shoots it right into Greg Bell. Yellow Jackets are just trying to work too quickly for themselves, and they have better opportunities than they realize, and they're just taking the quick shots. Liebler now on the rebound. Red Army looking to set up again. Off of Madalena skate, now back over to Dominici. Looking for Russ Smith. Knocked back by Quicko. Dominici again, looking for options. Finds an open Sharina, big opportunity, one-on-one. He'll wind the shot up himself, and he got a 2-0 lead for the Yellow Jackets. .9:49 to go in the second period. Matt Sharina, nice pass from Pete Dominici over the middle, and Sharina just wound up for that shot and took it. And I'm surprised Lonnie Herman couldn't even make that stop, considering that he's one of the better keepers in this league that stops the first initial shot. Puck now over to Jim Thomas, being double covered by Yellow Jackets, still with the puck. Yellow Jackets back in their defensive zone. Thomas looking for options, deflected by Sharina, now back over to Walker, fires the shot. This one knocked away, now back over to Quicko. Firing shot, this one deflected again. Quicko gets his own rebound, firing shot. Stopped by Sharina, and this one's going to come out. Russ Smith looking for Tish. Back over to Walker. This one coming back over to Sharina. Puck back over to Buchholz. And he will flip this one high into the back of the Yellow Jacket end. And Wersinski gets it away from the likes of Jim Thomas. Back over to Steve Byrne. Gets it back over to Wersinski. Will find an open Sharina on the left side. Gets this one off the boards out to Tish. From Tish, deflected from Quicko. Steve Byrne holds onto the puck, big opportunity, but gets stripped loose at the last second. Shot taken again, here comes Jim Thomas the other way. Yellow Jackets have to get back. It's 3-on-2, and he's got Falbo and Buchholz. Sharina working around Jim Thomas, and Thomas is denied. This one coming back over to Quicko, looking to come up for the shot. Will fire it just right of the net. This one, Mark Walker barely gets a reach on the puck. Getting around Sincata, now two Yellow Jackets chasing after the puck. And now it's Tish who puts it back in the Red Army end. Yellow Jackets quickly making a lineup change here as Falbo and company have to regroup. Intercepted by Dominici. Taken by Sincata, who shoots it right into Dominici, and that gives Lonnie Herman no problem to make the save. Again, of course, one of the weaknesses here for the Yellow Jackets, again, besides not the greatest defensive unit, is the decision-making that they make. They have a lot of time to control that puck, especially considering that the Red Army aren't even attacking as much as they normally do. And yet they're still trying to make the shots off, making the plays. They just need to calm things down a bit. As for the Red Army, they know how to beat these Yellow Jackets. They've done it twice already. And they have a lot of precision passing going their way. They just need to continue to be aggressive and try to pursue that puck. Dominici in the deep slot. Looking out for Ricci. Deflected away from Pontello. Ricci now finds an open Jim Becker. Back over to Rapar, just out of his reach, and here comes Ricci. Picks up the slack into the Yellow Jacket zone, fires the shot. Chewy knocks it away. Here comes Pontello. Back out intended for Sincata. This one back over to Greg Bell. Deflected away by Dominici. Jackson just off his stick, and he's going to have to skate for this pull. But Greg Bell beats him out for it, and now back over to Ricci. Taken away by Dominici. Now back over to Coffee. Fires the shot. Greg Bell keeps this one on the move. Finds an open Liebler, looking for Becker. Gets a nice advantage bounce. Becker looking to set it the other way for Ricci, and Pontello gets a piece of the puck. Burns sets up to an open Russ Smith, but just gets out of his reach. Bell picks up the slack. This one off the boards. Off to Liebler. Looking to spin around pass out to Becker. Shot taken into Steve Byrne. From Liebler back over to Becker. Firing shot. This one continues to bounce around Becker now in the deep slot. Red Army looking to capitalize here first, or capitalize on their first goal. This one comes back over to Greg Bell. Misfires the shot, and it's now taken away by Steve Byrne. He looks to try to get this one cleared out. Rapar is forced to get to the puck. Yellow Jackets will make a lineup change. Rapar back in his own end, and he's now looking for options. He'll find Greg Bell just out of his reach, and now it's going to be picked up by Buchholz. Buchholz shoots it into Bell's skate. This one now back over to Buchholz, sets up to Madalena, and he is going to dump this one back in the Yellow Jacket end. Red Army will make their lineup change now as Sharina gets back in his own end, gets the puck up, and he'll now make a move around Buchholz. And he's got open daylight. Sharina over center ice is going to dump this one in the Red Army end. Sermon trying to signal for the icing call. Now comes back over to Quicko. Deflected by Sharina now, but luckily gets the pass out to Buchholz. Looking for Madalena out of his reach. Here comes Sharina again. And Jackson trying to control the puck. Jackson gets the puck away. Puck now back over to Madalena. He'll get this one dumped out into the Yellow Jacket end. Back over to Wersinski. Sets up to Jackson. Taken away by Ricci. Back over to Falbo, trying to control the puck, and this one's going to come back over to Steve Byrne. From Ricci, back over to Quicko, looking for the setup shot. This is going to come back around over from Ricci. Set up to Walker, looking to fire the shot from within. Falbo and company looking to keep things alive. Now it's Mike Jackson with the puck. He'll look to get this one out to Sincata. It's one-on-one with him and Quicko. Mark Walker comes back quickly, firing the shot with Sincata through Quicko and almost around to Herman. Dominici now firing shot to Pontel, deflected from Quicko's stick. Now back over to Sincata. We'll fire the shot through and it goes in! And again, that was a quick pass. I don't know how that shot happened, but Sincata just took the shot and he gets the right angle and it bounces off of Herman's feet into the net. And right now, you have to say Lonnie Herman's just not having a good lucky day today. Everything has gone absolutely wrong for this Red Army defensive unit, despite all the stuff. And of course, you gotta admit, the Yellow Jackets are getting quite lucky with the shots they're making right now. And right now, with 4.5 minutes to go in the second period, the Yellow Jackets have a commanding 3-0 lead over this Red Army team. And for the Red Army team that has beaten the Yellow Jackets and know how they're operated, you gotta be wondering what the heck is going on and how come there's no offensive firepower. Burns shot fired. This one controlled by Pontello, puts it back in the Red Army zone, taken back by Becker. Finds Buchholz, looking for Becker on the other side. Will misfire the shot, working off a Coffey. Tisch trying to clear this one out, stopped by Rapar. Mike Falbo checks back into the game, now taken away by Tisch again. Coming back over is now from Byrne back to Tisch. Tisch on the left side. Looking to fire the shot again, this one out of his reach. Here comes Coffey looking to move this one up. Firing shot, Rapar trying to knock him off balance. Coffey looking to set up. Here comes Tisch looking to fire the shot, and it's knocked away by Herman. Puck now to Rapar, stopped by Tisch. Firing back over towards Wersinski. Finds Pontello on the left side. Thomas going in full pursuit. Pontello in the deep slot looking to set up over to Sincata, and it's in! Almost the entire Red Army team was looking to get after Pontello, and as he was coming through the deep slot, he just quickly tosses it over to Sincata, who was 2 feet in front of Herman with a nice exposed shot. And again, the Yellow Jackets are pulling just about every trick in the book on this Red Army team. Right now, leading them to a 4-0 lead with 3:02 to go in the second. This has been unbelievable so far. And right now you can obviously tell, especially with this defensive unit now for the Red Army, they're still trying to figure out how to get a hold on this game. And icing call made by Chewy with 2:49 to go. Yellow Jackets regroup, perhaps looking to maybe even extend the lead. Dominici in the deep stall looking to set up to Sincata, and this one gets knocked away. Sincata now looking for, I believe, a hat trick, as it's Liebler back the opposite direction. Liebler looking for the setup, back over to Becker, just off of his stick. Could have been a big opportunity there. And now Quicker looking to position himself to get this puck away. Now back over to Dominici. Looking for Jackson. He's got him. Now finds Sincata the other direction. Now back over to Walker. This one will be taken by Jackson. He'll pass it back over to Sharina. Finds Wersinski. Over the middle to Jackson. And Herman will slide across to hold on to the puck for the save. Yellow Jackets make a lineup change. Red Army looking to regroup. Puck back over to Buckholz, looking to get this one cleared out, but instead he puts it back in his own end. Now to Mark Walker. Off the boards looking for Liebler. Taken away by Tisch. Coffee trying to get this one away, but it'll be stopped by Liebler again. Steve Byrne off the boards looking to get this one around. And here comes an open Pontillo working off a Quicko. Look out. Lonnie Herman's worst nightmare coming through and taking the shot, and his Tisch who fires through and puts it in. And for the second time this game, the Yellow Jackets use Angelo Pontillo as a decoy. And now it's Bill Tisch who finally answers the call with 1:24 to go, and it is a 5-0 Yellow Jacket lead. This is unbelievable. Continually. Puck going back into the Yellow Jacket end. And of course, one more goal for this Yellow Jacket team. They can actually turn the third period into a running clock if they can score just one more before the end of this intermission. Puck around over to Bill Tisch. Back over to Thomas. From Falbo back over to Thomas, but he was on top. Now taken away by Rapar. Knocked away. Now it's back over to Tisch the other direction. Rapar trying to keep this one alive, and now it's back over to Steve Byrne. Puck will go all the way back to Sharina, 25 seconds to go in the second. Shot taken, deflected into Jim Thomas. Bell getting it back over to Rapar. Knocked away by Dominici. Shot comes back over to Wersinski. Getting away from Madalena. Here comes Dominici, 6 seconds to go. Looks to slide it over to Jackson, just out of his reach. Maybe time for one more shot. And Jackson's going to hold on to it as we enter second intermission. 5-0 Yellow Jackets, and of course, again, if they want to make this game end quicker, they'll look to try to score one more goal into the third period and make this a running clock. Otherwise, again, Red Army are just about through with any option that they can think of here at this point. But right now, Jim Thomas, no production, which has been an absolute shock for the league leader that has scored 11 goals and 3 assists. He has gotten no production whatsoever today, and he has been held scoreless. And of course, Chewy right now with the current shutout he's been having right now, they're looking to continue this through, but we will see how the rest of this game plays out. Second intermission, Yellow Jackets with a commanding 5-0 lead, and they look well on their way to picking up another 2 points in the standings. You are watching Over 50 Hockey on the Pontillo Broadcasting Network. Third and final period set to begin. Pete Dominici and Jim Thomas on the faceoff. This one now from Jackson, gets it back over to Sharina. And you can tell the Red Army at this point needs to throw the kitchen sink if they're going to be looking to at least get back in the game somewhat. Ricci's pass out over to Walker, and they'll continue to play tic-tac-toe with the Yellow Jackets as a shot been taken by Chewy's going to fall on it for the save. Face-off will take place deep in the Yellow Jacket zone. Red Army now with an opportunity to try to maybe perhaps get their first goal on the board. Of course, Steve Byrne now will take the face-off. Looking for Bill Tisch to take the shot, now taken around by Pontello. In his own end. We'll get this puck flipped high, intended for Steve Byrne, just out of his reach and over to Mark Walker as Tisch deflects the pass. Off the boards, finds Pontello. Gets his pass off the boards from Byrne, now looking for Russ Smith as Quicko looks to get this one around over to Ricci. Looking for Jim Thomas, once again denied by Pontello. And Thomas trying to get this pass out to himself off the boards. And he gets denied once more. From Quicko, taken away by Bill Tisch, and it's a 2-on-1 opportunity. Tisch looking to pass this one back over to Steve Byrne, looking to set around the other way. And it'll be stopped by Jim Becker and the Red Army, looking to get this one out to Jim Thomas, but now it's back over to Pontello as his passes off the boards, finds Russ Smith. Hangs on to the puck. A little too longer than he expected. Bill Tisch misfires the puck. And now it's back over to Thomas the other way. Thomas looking for an open opportunity. And this one slides around the other way. And Buchholz screened it well. Nobody was going to get to the puck, and it was just a matter of if the puck was going to have enough angle to get in. And now the net is off balance, but referee didn't see that. That net got off balance for a couple of seconds, but I don't think the referees realized that. But either way, there will be no shutout, and the Red Army finally get a goal on the board with 10-12 to go. So, I mean, again, it all depends. There's a face-off, but again, we're looking at the net. We've got to see if what exactly happened, because I think the net got off balance. Yeah, and you can tell right there, obviously that's where it is, and so, you know, referees need to be a little bit more aware of that. As on the other side, Lonnie Herman makes a save. So Lonnie Herman adjusting one of the laces on his keeper pads. He is ready to go. This one coming back over to Wersinski. Looks to fire back over to Sharina the other way. We'll fire it. Deflected away by Herman. Dominici and company will regroup. Now from Sharina back over to Wersinski. Liebler now will try to get to the puck, and this one's going to come back around the other way. Back over to Becker. Looking around over to Jim Thomas. Sharina working off of Becker. And this one's going to come back over to Rapar. Puck back over to Dominici. This one coming around over to Jackson. Jackson with the big opportunity. He slips and falls. Oh my goodness. Yellow Jackets want a penalty shot involved with this, but I don't think they're going to get it. No, Mike Jackson clearly had an open opportunity shot on Lonnie Herman, but Greg Bell tripped him up at the right place at the right time, and Mike Jackson just got robbed of an opportunity to make this 6-1. Unbelievable. And you definitely have to be feeling for Mike Jackson right now, who has just been playing lights out hockey, has been doing everything he possibly can to try to make some offensive production happen, and now when he finally has an opportunity to score on a nice little lane shot, he gets tripped up by Greg Bell. And there's no penalty shot to it. Oh man, that's got to feel doubly worse. It's rookie Riss Smith over the middle. Working around, deflected off the Tisch, now back over to Pontello. Feeds it out to Coffee. Coffee gets around Walker. Coffee fires the shot, and it is saved by Herman. So now it's a matter of can the Red Army kill off this penalty without giving up any more damage that this Yellow Jacket team can inflict on them. .8:33 to go in the game. It'll be Steve Byrne and Jim Thomas on the face-off again. Walker and company doing everything they can to kind of get this one out. This one comes back around over to Wersinski. Flips this one out to Tisch. Tisch with an opportunity, gets it back over to Sharina. Back to Wersinski. Looking to set up from point. Working against John Madalena. Wersinski still alive with the puck. Gets it back over to Steve Byrne, looking to set up the other way, and it's Jim Thomas. Back over to Madalena, and Thomas gets this one cleared out. And that will kill off more time on the clock. Wersinski will get the puck. And Sharina's over the middle, finds an open Russ Smith. Looking for Jackson. Gets off from Walker, intercepted now by Thomas. Thomas's pass deflected by Steve Byrne. Steve Byrne looking for the opportunity. Shot is held up, but here may become another penalty for the Red Army. I believe it might have been had to have been something on Mark Walker. And so now they're going to look to try to score on a 6-on-4 opportunity. Will fire the shot, and it's stopped by Jim Thomas, and referee's going to halt play. A hooking call, that's the official thing. Mark Walker going to get nailed for the penalty. And for 16 seconds, it'll be a 5-on-3 opportunity for the Yellow Jackets. As again, at this point, you got to look at this game overall. The Yellow Jackets were just the team that came more prepared today to play hockey. Meanwhile, as for Jim Becker, it appears as if he has some form of injury, I guess with his arm. I believe it was his arm. Something must have got hit with a stick, but we hope that he's going to be all right and better. But he will be skating off to the locker room. Of course, again, overall today for the Red Army was just not a good day. And if they could use a repeat or a mulligan, now would be the time to do it. Don Coffey firing the shot, deflected away by Herman. Yellow Jackets still firing away, now back over to Rapar. Pontello looking to finish. Gets the pass over to Coffey. Coffey will take the shot himself. Dominici trying to keep this one going, and now it's back to a power play for the Yellow Jackets. Coffey trying to keep this play alive, but now it's Buchholz is on the move. Buchholz trying to make a deep move around Pontello, but he didn't buy it. Coming back over to Don Coffey. Looking to set up to Dominici the other way. Makes a move around Liebler. Dominici shoots it and gets denied by Herman. Don Coffey. Held up well, and he's getting shoved around by Rapar. Referees are letting this one go. Dominici back over to Jackson looking for the setup. Firing shot just left of the net. From Don Coffey will fire the shot himself, and Herman's going to hold on to it for the save. Yellow Jackets making a lineup change. .44 seconds remain on Walker's hooking call. This one's going to come around to Ricci, who will get this one dumped out. And of course, that should be about at least another 10-15 seconds run off the clock. That is for the penalty minute. Puck to Sharina, trying to keep this one on the move. Wersinski in the Red Army zone, trying to get this pass back over to Russ Smith. And Sharina will pick up the slack. Back over to Wersinski. Looking to set up the other way to Sharina. Wersinski trying to get the pass back over to Russ Smith. And instead, Wersinski lost control of the puck. Here comes Greg Bell. Fires a shot, knocked away by Chewy. Back over to Russ Smith. Trying to keep this play alive. Back over to Liebler, and we are officially back at full strength. Liebler on the move, stripped loose by Pontello. Now back over to a Red Army player, now to Ricci. Back over to Bell. Pass Falbo. Pontello will take this one himself. Gets around Falbo. Looking to get around Ricci. Just enough room and he's gone. Pontello will take this one himself, working around Rapar. Looking to pass this one back the other way. Still looking with the puck, but instead got stripped loose by Liebler. Puck now back over to Tisch. Ricci trying to tap that down. Had he had more power on that, that could have potentially been a high sticking call. And that's the second time now that Jim Thomas runs into a Yellow Jacket brick wall. And Steve Byrne gets this one back around over to Jeff Quicko. Quicko will take this one in himself to the Yellow Jacket zone. Now back over to Sharina. Herman trying to signal for that icing call. He'll get it. 3:50 to go in the game. And at this point, Red Army, the best thing they can do now is pad some stats. But other than that, Yellow Jackets at this point are going to be coming away with a 5-2 record. They will join the Green Hornets as the only clubs at 5-2. Red Army will be dropping to 4-3 on the season. But then they can always make it up for their next game against the Grey Wolves. Dominici on the right side working off of Walker. Lost control of the stick. Nothing he can do for that. And Mark Walker got confused as well as Jackson looking to set up to Sharina for the shot. And this one's going to be taken around the other way. Jim Thomas looking to perhaps maybe make it 2 goals for the Red Army. Thomas backfires it over to Buchholz. Now from Quicko gets it in Buchholz's possession, looking for Jim Thomas. This one off the boards, this one out to Wersinski. Jackson out to Sincata. And it's going to be another offsides. Dominici way off, or in this case, way over the blue line. Byrne versus Liebler. This one back over to Bell. Trying to set this one up to Ricci. Now off the boards from Don Coffey. This one's setting up the other way now from Bill Tisch. Taken away by Falbo, who will get this one cleared out. Out to Ricci again. Looking to set up to Falbo, just bounces off of his body. Liebler looking to set up, deflected off of Russ Smith. Rapar trying to keep this one alive for the Red Army. And now will be taken away by Tisch. Finds Coffey. Gets it out to Pontello. Pontello will flip this one high. Shoots it right into Liebler. And Pontello will take this one himself. Gets around Falbo. Pontello looking to back pass this one over to Russ Smith. Firing the shot just around the back net. And the Red Army get this one knocked away. Here comes Steve Byrne. Trying to get a hold of it is Larry Liebler as we're now under 2 minutes. Wersinski with the puck. Taking absolutely a lot of time with it, and it deflects off of Liebler. Bell looking to get this one over the middle to Ricci. And this is going to come back around over to Liebler. Puck back over to Liebler again. We'll fire the shot, looking for Ricci to hold on to the puck. This one gets knocked away. Dominici finds Jackson. Sharina gets around Madalena into the Red Army zone. Sharina firing the shot intended for Jackson. This is going to come around to Dominici. Jackson with the puck, double covered by Red Army players. And Greg Bell will level Jackson into the ground, trying to hold on to the puck. Mike Jackson trying to get up. And Lonnie Herman trying to fall on the puck for the save, but the referee prematurely blows the whistle. Face-off will now take place deep in the Red Army zone. 37 seconds to go. Jackson will skate off. Yellow Jackets had 6 men on the ice as Jim Thomas flips this puck high. Now back from Don Coffey. Keeps it alive for the Yellow Jack, or keeps it alive for the Red Army. Jim Thomas on the right side will fire the shot. Deflects off a Chewy's glove. Red Army looking to capitalize again. Now back from Buckles. Quicko fires a shot, shoots it right into Don Coffey on the move. 18 seconds to go. We'll move this one up, looking to get around Walker. We'll fire the shot, deflected around by Thomas. Back to Quicko, 9 seconds. Red Army with one final drive. Quicko in the deep slot, looking for the setup. And Yellow Jackets are going to hang on to this one, but that's going to do it. Final score, Yellow Jackets 5, Red Army 1, in what has been a decisive matchup where the Yellow Jackets clearly have overpowered and conquered the Red Army today. Again, Yellow Jackets improved to 5-2 on the season. Red Army drops to 0-3, or 4-3. Wow, I can't even believe I said 0-3. I'm thinking of the Grey Wolves record right now. But again, Yellow Jackets from the first drop of the puck till the final buzzer sound just played lights out hockey, and just that aggression level was taken up 5 notches per se, 200%, however you want to measure it. But this Yellow Jacket team clearly was ready to play hockey today, and the Red Army just still had nowhere to go. They couldn't find the right momentum, they couldn't find the right rhythm off, and that of course ultimately led to this blowout loss. This has been another production of the Pontello Broadcasting Network, and of course we'd like to invite you all back again next week, Week 8. Red Army will take on the Grey Wolves, Yellow Jackets taking on the Green Hornets, in a battle for first place in the standings. So that'll be a game you don't want to miss here at the Ice Sports Forum. And on that note, this has been Angelo Pontello saying so long, good night, and we hope everybody has a blessed evening. Take care, everyone. We will see you back here next week.